My wife skipped our daughter's valedictorian speech to be in her sister's fourth wedding. My wife missed our daughter's valedictorian speech to be maid of honor at her sister's fourth wedding. And this wasn't some one-time mistake. I'm Michael, 42, and I've watched my wife Lisa choose her sister Rachel over our family for years. After their parents died, Lisa helped raise her. She paid for school, covered bills, fixed messes, and answered every late-night call. At first I thought that made Lisa kind. Then I noticed something ugly. Every time our kids had a big day, Rachel suddenly had a crisis. When our daughter Rhonda was 10, we had a Disney trip planned for her birthday. 2 days before we left, Rachel called crying about a breakdown. Lisa canceled the trip that night. Rhonda cried next to her packed suitcase. When our son Jake had his middle school graduation, Rachel somehow threw a housewarming party that same day. Lisa spent Jake's ceremony on her phone helping Rachel. Jake kept looking for his mom, and she barely looked up. After that, it became a pattern. Birthdays, school plays, banquets, even the day Jake broke his wrist. Rachel always had a panic, a breakup, a moving problem, a money problem, some disaster that had to be solved right then. And when Lisa needed help back, Rachel disappeared. She never showed up for our kids unless there was a camera and a quick photo. I argued with Lisa about it for years. She always said I didn't understand Rachel's pain. So I stopped fighting as much and watched our kids notice exactly where they ranked. Then Rhonda got into Harvard, Yale, and Princeton. Debate team, student council, late nights at the kitchen table. She was chosen valedictorian. She'd be giving the speech at graduation. Lisa cried when she heard and told everyone it would be the proudest day of her life. 2 weeks before graduation, Rachel called again. Engaged again. Fourth time. This time, to a military guy she'd known 4 months. The wedding had to happen immediately because he might get deployed. I asked Lisa what date. She went quiet. Same day as graduation. Same exact day. I told Lisa there was no chance that was random. Out of every weekend in the year, Rachel picked that one. Lisa got defensive right away. She said Rachel needed her, and she'd already promised to be maid of honor. I said graduations don't get moved, and our daughter only gets one high school valedictorian speech. Lisa said weddings are once in a lifetime. I said, for Rachel, this is number 4. We fought in the kitchen, in the car, in our bedroom after midnight while the kids pretended not to hear us. Rhonda finally asked Lisa at dinner, Mom, are you coming to my graduation or not? Lisa started rambling about flights, timing, maybe doing both, maybe leaving one event early. It was nonsense. I told her to stop stalling and answer. Lisa looked at Rhonda and said she'd go to Rachel's wedding, then asked me to record the speech so she could watch it later. Rhonda just nodded and went upstairs. No yelling, no tears in front of us. That made it hit even harder. The next morning she asked if we could start looking at college apartments early because she wanted to move out right after graduation. Last weekend, Lisa flew to Rachel's city for wedding planning, dress fitting, flowers, hair and makeup. Meanwhile, Rhonda had her final graduation rehearsal. Parents were there taking pictures. One of the teachers asked where Lisa was, and Rhonda had to explain that her mother was helping with her aunt's wedding. That night, Lisa came home excited, talking about veils and table settings like nothing was wrong. Rhonda sat there quiet, picking at the edge of a napkin, then later asked me, do you think she even feels bad? Yesterday, Rachel called with more demands. She wanted Lisa there 3 days early for setup, dinner, photos, all of it. Lisa agreed. That meant leaving the day before graduation and not coming back until after it was over. I asked if she was really missing the whole thing now. Lisa said graduation was just a ceremony, and Rachel needed support on the most important day of her life. I asked what she thought this day was for Rhonda. Lisa said, Rhonda will have other graduations. That's when Rhonda walked in and heard every word. She went still, grabbed her keys, and walked out. She didn't come home until almost midnight. This morning, she came downstairs with her backpack on. Lisa was at the table with plane tickets, hotel info, and her maid of honor dress hanging over a chair. Rhonda looked right at her and said, I don't want you at graduation anymore. Lisa started crying and said that wasn't fair. Rhonda didn't raise her voice. She said, you already made your choice. I want people there who actually want to be there. Then she looked at me and said she was leaving for college early, and if her mom kept choosing Rachel over us, she wasn't coming home for holidays either. Lisa stood up and reached for her, but Rhonda stepped back, opened the door, and walked out. Now her family is saying I pushed too hard. Was I wrong here?